Firth Jams Live. We are back and here with Stanley Randolph.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Well, I'm a big fan of the BBC.
Ah, yes.
You know
yes,
it, you know
yes.
it. And that was amazing. And hearing Sput and the whole group do that rendition.
Big ups to
beautiful.
Sput, man, because that whole remix and that was dope. Y'all give him a hand, man.
Come on, Sput!
Man.
Sput in the band.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Sure. It's family right there. Family.
And I feel like every time I see you, you got a different setup, man.
Oh, man, yeah. I've been doing this local gig in town on Monday nights. So, it's a chance for me to, experiment with the whole change up. And, I use my ride as it's a crash anyway,
You got your main snare to your left, and then you have your snare off, playing it like a timbali or something in between your legs.
Yeah.
And then rack is rack 2.
Uh-huh. It's a 13.
Right. It's a 13.
Yeah.
And it's dead.
And it's dead, man.
Man.
I love it. Those heads are about 6 months old right now. And I haven't changed them, man. I've thought about it. Usually when I'm on tour, I'll change them, because I beat the crap out of them. But that's actually one of the kits I use in the studio right now, so I don't even change it.
Amazing, man. Well, it sounds pretty good. And I think we have a question from the audience. Is there, sir?
Ooh.
Do you have a question? What's your name, sir?
The legendary, famous.
Hi, I'm Aaron Spears. And,
Aaron Spears? Are you a drummer?
Aspiring.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, man, what is it that just inspires you, brother? Because it is, you had this whole room just rocking and shaking. It's some major inspiration happening over there.
Believe it or not, bro, that's the main thing that inspires me, man. When I finally got a chance to do a big show, playing a hit song, and to see how everyone responds to the drum beat, the whole, you have an arena with 20, 30,000 people, and you play a legendary drum beat, man, and the whole arena, the whole stadium just loses it. It's that inspires me, that feeling. So I've always wanted to be the drummer that wanted to make everyone dance and have a good time. Because at the end of the day, you're dancing to the drum. James Brown said every instrument is a drum, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
at the end of the day, you're dancing, that's what you're dancing to, that's what you're moving to.
Yeah. Because I feel I've been watching you play for a long time, and I feel like I've noticed your playing change and become more. You always had the craziest pocket, but more groove centric. That is the whole primary. Everything that is you, and with the Stevie gig,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's where. It seems like that's where that came from. Because
Definitely,
in the old school
man.
days, playing with new kids or whatever, and you were chopping it up a lot.
Right.
And then now it's just groove machine. Even though you
which
definitely
he can do.
Oh, I know, which he proved at the end of the tune. Started getting it, and then it's all right, he's still got that, of course, Yeah. You have a question as well?
Yeah, man. So one thing I always appreciate about you, man, is that you are authentic. You know what I'm saying? And I hear you with the newer artists, and it sounds popular. I hear you with the older artists, and it sounds true. How much time do you spend preparing as far as sounds when you're preparing for a tour or a gig?
Tour? Well, usually for tour, when I do Christina tour or New Kids tour, my whole setup changes, and I now take about 3 weeks to a month to get in that mindset, because actually being on the Stevie gig and just grooving the whole time, it really you get zoned, you get in that zone, and then when I get on Christina gig and I actually got to do a little bit more chopping or something a little bit more exciting, I might be a little rusty because I ain't been doing that stuff. But so usually I'll take a month to set up my drums, how I'm gonna kind of do it, and get used to it, and just get back into that whole zone, that whole vibe. And I study a lot of guys, this guy, that guy, and guys you're gonna see on this VF Live. I study a lot of these guys and just get back in that whole mindset.
Amazing, man. Well, thank you for coming and blessing us with
Thank
the drums,
you,
bro.
man.
What you got coming?
It's a pleasure, everyone. Stanley Randolph.
Woo. Say, you gotta say what he got coming.
Oh yes.
Oh wait, one more.
So
one more thing.
everybody knows I play drums, but the thing that I'm into now is I'm producing a lot. So
Yeah.
I have an artist, Emmy Seacrest. I just put out a song with her called Pusher. I know y'all been seeing me promote it on my socials like
song.
crazy, you know?
I ain't trying to push
Yeah. So
Yeah.
y'all check that out. That joint is moving up the charts. And I also have this funk band, BBC, the song I play with them. We're putting out a new single and music video on the 26th of this month.
Dope.
So y'all look out for that. And just look out for the BBC, period, you know?
Yeah.
It's a whole,
Everyone look out for the
it's a whole
BBC,
vibe,
for
you know?
sure.
It's a
vibe.
movement, it's a vibe, and it's like some really funky stuff, you know? So y'all check that out.
And Stanley Randolph.
That's right. Stanley Randolph.
All right. Out. Thank you, bro. Good job, bro. Good times, man. Always good seeing you.